Hello again, my name is Peggy Lynn. I'm the creator of the Monster Creativity, and this is phase 2. I'm so glad that I got this done in like such a short time. I created the Monster Creativity to just explore my relationship with my creativity and explore how I feel about it. I don't know how long the video is going to be, but I do know the last one started as 12 and ended as 37 minutes, so we'll see what this one turns into. I think it might be a little bit shorter than the last one just because I don't have as much that I feel like I need to explain. But yeah, let's get into it. So here we have phase 2. Ooh, more people. Phase 2 is my favorite phase because I really get to just explore this concept of the monster interacting with people that aren't me. The phase 1, that one was okay. I don't really like it just being the monster though. It's important to like nail down how I feel about her and how she feels about me, but it's so much more interesting when we get characters that are explicitly very much against her or explicitly very much for her. And as I said, like I started in December, it went all the way through April. I'm so glad like that worked out. I didn't get as burned out this time around. I think it's because I had a better plan going into it. But let's go. Oh, also this song, before we continue, this song is Unwritten Stories from the Genshin Impact original soundtrack. And I used it because I love Genshin Impact. And Unwritten Stories just kind of felt like it fit this vibe of the story I'm going for. Also, I did have to remove the audio from a few of these or it was going to be taken down. And you can go click the link and you can watch it with the audio. This one just felt super important for introducing who the monster is, for who the angel is and how she feels. And I really just wanted them to be able to introduce themselves without like being run over by the monster. The juxtaposition of this song with what the actual song is so funny to me. No one is someone until I tell them who is really just how reality operates. You are what reality tells you you are. You are going to be stuck as that forever. And all you ever do is lose things and miss something, and you can't do anything about it. And really, the angel in this instance is like, I can't do anything about it. Also, the angel's name is Lity. I go between calling her the angel and Lady or angel of reality. I love this song so much. I love this because I hope it translates well. Allie is just doing a thing, and then the monster is immediately like, I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna do it the same way. So that's why we get instances where, let's see if we get back up to it. So she's walking slow, and then the monster is walking fast, and we have the slow walk, run. And then Allie, it's so important to mention, Allie is here because she wants to be and not because she has to be. And she's here because she so utterly despises everybody else. She is not friends with anyone in this story yet. She'll be friends with the monster later on. Well, we're getting there. Right now, she's not friends with anyone. She judges everybody. So for me, originality tells me you have too big of an ego. You have friends now that support you, and like, what are you gonna do? Just make this your entire life now? In a different way from reality, and I hope that translates, and we'll see later on. Counterfeit. So like, Allie's problem with it is not, oh, you have friends that support your interests. Allie's problem is, you do know they don't actually respect you, right? Allie's very much referring to friends who like aren't really your friends. Allie is referring to the friends that I did have when I started telling my stories to people who then were the reason the monster was hidden away. I'm gonna make a timeline accurate version of this at some point and we'll talk about it. And she hates the angel. And she doesn't hate the monster, but she also doesn't respect her. Because she will see the monster as another cry to be looked at. I love this song. And then I wanted a moment to introduce who each one is. I call Allie just a girl because while the others have like titles like the monster, the angel, or the author, she's literally just a girl. She's just here. She's still kind of monstrous in her appearance because she doesn't look like a human. She has like the zombie-like skin tone and the like not naturally bright orange hair. I love her eyes. I sometimes forget which order her eyes go in, and I make the pupils pink and the outer sclera, I think is what it's called, green. She's terrifying like that. I need to stop doing that. I call her creativity's best friend because creativity can exist without originality, but originality cannot exist without creativity. Anyway, Lity, angel, reality, realistic to the point of nihility, and that's a topic that I hope to delve in very much so, is I am very often realistic to the point of nihility of like, well, it's not gonna matter anyway, so I try, and this is very much me combating that ideal. Creativity, a monster, doesn't have her own name. The monster of creativity does not have a name, and I cannot stress this enough. She has no name. Because the angel is like, well, you don't name your monsters. And I'm like, yeah, reality, you're right. Let's not name the monster. Allie's like, what do you mean we're not naming the monster? Everyone deserves a name. Which, if you see it in that moment there, just a second. She hasn't earned one is Lity's comment, and yes, she has is Allie. Also, they each have their own handwriting, so the gray and like the bold handwriting, that's Allie's. So you see it here on her name as Allie's introduction. This is Allie's handwriting. The pink from before, that was Lity's, and I'll point out the others as we get to it. Tormentor of Creativity is the title I gave myself. And then we get Allie back. I love Allie pointing out their flaws and insecurities because she's right, and she's not saying it to be mean. She's saying it, she's like, you gotta think about this. You can't just be content with it. I had to make sure that I posted this during Christmas so it actually made sense. Anyway, here we have the monster's handwriting. This is when I actually decided on what handwriting I wanted to have. She has the like cursive and print mixed together. So like Ins have the same amount of humps that you would have in your print handwriting, same for Ms. Your Rs look like actual like print Rs, but it's not perfect cursive because we do still have the loopy Os. It just felt like it fit her. There goes. There's that nihility again. I love making rhymes that work with the song, but still fit my story. And like, nihility really does lead to bitterness, and that's Allie's issue, is she's like, so Lynn isn't happy like this. Yeah, she's not being hurt by people on the outside, but she's still being hurt. And then this is my handwriting, and this is just like me naturally writing. This is what my handwriting looks like on a day-to-day basis, and I just use the solid lines. I just wanted to make something with this, and I needed a filler thing that was kind of lighthearted. Allie's immediate, I'm so done with this as soon as Lity walks in. I love it. And like, I don't know how Lity was upset for a second, she very quickly covered it. I love this one. This one would go either like at a different point in the timeline than I initially thought it was going to, so I do need to make that timeline accurate video so I can get everything right. I've wanted to do something with the song forever, and I'm so glad I finally had a reason to. Because the monster really is my skeleton. And really, it helps you take reality and the pains of being alive. And you have seen me through some trials and tribulations and some tears. So this clip is at a family gathering. I am in the corner by myself. I'm tired. I have an earbud in my ear and headphones around my neck so that like people don't try to talk to me. And I am just listening, like I'm listening to the audio because I was going to draw this aspect and I realized I cannot, like I don't want to try to draw this. I feel like it is more impactful if I just say it. So I did.
Everybody thinks I'm weird, and I should have known that it wouldn't be.
I love this one. I had to stalk my mom's Facebook to get all these pictures of myself, different ages. I loved drawing my monster into them. It made me so happy because she really has been there my whole life, even if like this is the first time I've actually like personified her. I had to take the audio out of this one as well. So there's my unwritten story song back. If I would like to redo this one. I don't like that I just moved her eyes. That would have changed her poses more. If you saw my post about the hiatus, you'll see I plan on doing Lynn interludes. This opening of Be Nice to Me is very much what I plan to do for Lynn interludes. And it's just character analysis. Fun facts about this is I've been introducing my younger brother to like media and nerd media, like, so we've been watching anime, we've been watching Amazing Digital Circus, all that kind of stuff together. And we've just been like talking about it. How it started was he wanted to rewatch the Minecraft Life series with me, and I love that, so I watched it with him. But I was also trying to make these videos, so I would like fix my hair and get my outfit and set up my camera, and he would be on like in my room on my bed watching it on the TV, and I have the camera set up, so sometimes when you see the lights going weird, that's the TV from like an explosion or something on the show, like affecting what's like the lighting in my room. So that's why we get some weird moments with the lighting. There's also one moment, I don't know where, I forgot to mute the audio in the background of my video, so you can hear a little bit of like Half-Life going on in the background. It's so, I can't remember which one it is, but I do know that every time I hear it I cringe, because I'm like, I should have checked that more. And reality is just like, it doesn't matter if you believe my lies, this is still reality. Another fun thing is that you're a killer and I'm your best friend. I had to do that scene so many times that it became like a thing that my brother would just repeat, and I would turn a corner and he's just there going, I'm a killer and you're my best friend. So really back to the actual plot and not fun background stories. Allie in this moment does not like she's not friends with the monster, but she doesn't hate the monster as much as like Lity seems to. So Allie is like, can you just shut up? You're driving me crazy. The monster has not done anything nearly as bad as you seem to be saying. There's the eye roll, and she walks off, and Lity's like, my child. Okay, Allie is like a rebellious teenager, and Lity's like, how could my child say this about me? How could she do this? This is another filler one. I love Peridot. I really wanted to do something with this song. And it really just explores the idea that reality doesn't understand the point of making music and art, because it doesn't. There's this quote by C.S. Lewis, I can't remember exactly, where he says like, what's the point of having friends and making art? Well, they give life meaning and they give life purpose, and that is something that reality doesn't understand. And maybe creativity doesn't quite understand either, but she understands better than reality. I wish I could fix the audio on this one. My mouth doesn't line up with the words and it frustrates me so much. It's a pattern, then just repeat after me. I had to remove the audio again. I did do this more with this phase than the last one, but as we talked about before, each handwriting refers to a different person, so digital to reality is basically another word for fake. Digital start, digital end. That was my first big ballet performance and my last big ballet performance. Also, that digital heaven being the desk is where I write, and digital hell is the closet where the monster got trapped. There's a I wanted to just do a New Year recap of everything I made so far for this phase. We go back a second. Oh, I missed it again. What did I just do? Different storylines, the moral isn't clear. Okay, there it is. This is the first picture I drew of the monster. So this was before I started giving her like a base color to even out the tones. I still tried shading with the brush I was using. I used the pencil tool to draw her hair and her skin so that she gave this more like unpolished look. I found it really frustrated me to do. I've since changed how I draw her eyes a bit. I kept the slits, I kept the overall color palette. You'll know that now, like, she has like this strand of hair over her face, but her hair is mostly the same other than that. And then, listen to me pause button, jeez, okay. And it feels like, okay, there it is. This was the first picture I drew of her being trapped, July 29th, 2025. And you see by now she has like the strand of hair in front of her face, but she doesn't yet have her like kind of purpley gray outline color. She has these cuffs on her pants, and I wish I had kept that or like not forgotten I made it. And like I kind of wish I would go back and add it more often, but I might add that in like a flashback thing. We'll see. That's all the clips I've ever made for this. Fitting Allie's pigtails and Lity's wings into one picture is awful. Like, I need to make them smaller at some point. A TV show called... I love this. And then, other fun fact, I have a nameplate with my actual name on it right here on this wall. And I normally remember to take it down when I make a reel. Completely forgot, got distracted, forgot that it was up there, and I had to find a way to cover it. So there's gonna be a few clips here that have text over this part of my wall because I forgot to take that nameplate down, and I don't want my real name on the internet. But like, so at this point, the slowly bonding, they're still not friends. Allie is like realizing maybe you're not as bad as the monster makes you out to be, but like, I still don't really like you that much. I love dancing as the monster because I don't feel like I have to follow my ballet stuff as much. Oh no. I love their different ways of saying this. Because like Allie's very chill about it and the monster's like, not me. I need another filler thing. I also just really wanted to do this. Oh, Lighthearted society. I love making this for every set of OCs that I have. I make a video to this song.
That's a great line. But underneath it, someone wrote Germany 1942.
And you gotta have the sad part eventually. And then Allie, another clip where my name is on the wall and I had to cover it up. But like Allie is still not friends. I'll tell you when they're friends, okay? But Allie is just like, we're dead. We're not going anywhere. We're stuck in circles, and that angel is just dragging us in circles of like self-reflection and being stuck in the same thought, and we can't get out. And the monster's just like, no, we got this. Because like now nothing can scare us. And the monster's like, dressing down, I'm in overalls. What are you talking about? So she forgot my name again. Allie has given the monster a name by this point. We'll find out that name later. But the monster, Allie is like hearing this and she's like, what do you mean she forgot your name? It's 4 letters long. And the spider tried to imprison you. The spider being Lity. And Allie's like, no one should be treated like this. I don't care that we're not close. No one should be treated like this. We'll make it another way. I I wanted to do this from Lity's perspective. That's why the text is in Lity's handwriting. Lity does see herself as a saint. She's above everything else. She's better than the monster. She can never be brought down. I wanted to start singing more. I might stop a bit because these videos never do as well as the other ones, and for someone whose clips already don't do that great. But I do love this song so much. And this is before I got a better mic.
And a good smack, and no friends, and no hope, and no mom. She's taken away.
And really, the monster does know. She's like, I'm the reason we don't have friends. I'm the reason they walked away. I made it too much.
I never meant to hurt anyone. I swear that I'm a good kid. A good kid who's had a bad run. And all I need is one last chance.
So the monster is like,
to prove I'm
the way I prove I'm good enough is to not be there. So she's gonna go back, and she puts herself back there. And while in there, she does not do well, and she reflects on the past. I don't know if you can tell her hair is growing to show the passage of time. And Return of the Skin Suits! I hadn't brought them back yet. But they're just here to show that, like, the way that she is like, I can get back out of here again is if I look human. So basically, she goes back for all 5 minutes, and she immediately is like, I cannot do this. So she goes back out as a pen name. She's like, I'm gonna try this again. And she'd just do anything to be loved. I love Heaven's Gate. I love all of this girl's songs. I can't pronounce her name. I feel so bad. Love her songs. Like, Unsweetened Lemonade. I love it. I call it, like, this song great for, like, Christians raised in churches.
I take it back, I'll follow till I fly or till I'm dead.
And so she goes back, and once again, for all of 5 minutes, because because Allie wants her back, and Allie pulls her back out. So she goes back out to see Allie again. And then I'm there, and I'm like, no, we don't want you here. And the angel is like, you don't get to stay here. The angel does not like how close the monster and Allie have gotten. Writing on the Wall has been said before that it's the creative song because it is. I heard the song before I played Genshin Impact, and I just loved it, and then I played Genshin Impact, I'm like, ooh, Kaveh, someone please hug you. Anyway, back to the actual clip. Oh, the audio's off. Why is it off? I did not know the audio was off. Oh, that's awkward. Anyway, pain is what makes a work of art, is a belief that I have, so originality gets that thought as well. And Allie doesn't know what the angel has done at this point yet, but she puts it together, and she goes to run and find the monster before Lity can do anything. I keep mixing up everybody's names. Ugh. And it's too late. Allie was too late. She ran the wrong direction to save the monster. Man, I missed it. I was trying to get it. But yeah. Okay, so the reason that she hides her eyes is because they look like the monsters. all monsters in my story have two-toned eyes that like, so like my eyes, you can see like the whites of them, and like the sclera is like humanoid because I'm a human. So sorry. But like all the monsters in my story, their eyes are not natural colors. So Lity does not like being associated with that. She'll be wearing a blindfold for different reasons later on, but anyway, the monster is the cautionary tale of don't do this. I love anytime Allie squints. And Allie realizes she ran the wrong way. Okay, so this is less, here, let me go out into the big screen. This is less Allie not having it, and these are just the actual fears that they have. So coryphophobia, if you don't already know, is the fear of failure. So Allie, we're not using that. Allie, abnormal fear of failure. Whereas with like, we're gonna wait till the last phobia. Okay, so I gave them each their actual phobia. Metathesiophobia is the persistent, abnormal, and unwarranted fear of change. So reality doesn't like the change that the monster brought into their lives. I'm not even gonna try to say some of these. The fear I gave to myself is the alternate spelling of, oh, I didn't know that actually. Oh, but it's the fear of being ridiculed, which is absolutely my fear. I don't like being made fun of. I don't like doing things I can be made fun of for. So this is absolutely a step out of my comfort zone to make something like this. And finally, agoraphobia. There it is. Which is the fear of being forgotten or ignored. Take a wild guess why I gave that one to the monster of creativity. And then I've had this in my head for months now, of the first verse belonging to Lity and explaining why she had to trap the monster away again. There is a world, help you get home. Basically, all Lee sees is you're going to be abandoned. People aren't going to want to talk to you because you're too weird. You want to tell this story, but no one cares. No one wants to hear it. A girl alone but alive, and it's because the monster's there. The monster is not in it. The monster is she. She exists, she's alive, and she has emotions and thoughts, and she does not want to be called it. And then I imagine the second verse belonging to Allie. And this is leaning very much into real reasons why I stopped being creative for a while. So I have this reoccurring dream that I've had for about 3 years now, where I'm in a crowded place with people that know me and I recognize their faces. And I get like hurt very badly, like with a knife in the gut, in front of everybody. And everyone just watches me as this happens and as I die in front of everybody. And it's not a dream I like. It's part of the reason why my monster's in a closet was my response for a bit was to go and like sleep in my closet floor when I was scared of this. I haven't done that like in years at this point, but like when I first started having this dream, that was my response. So as everyone simply watches me be hurt is like a very real fear that I have, as unwarranted as it may be. And yeah, it's just like I have this fear of no one wanting to be there for me. And I know it's unwarranted, I do have people, but there have been times when it felt like I didn't, and that sticks with you. And Allie's like, it's because of you. It's not the monster. The monster is the reason we got out. And this is portraying the betrayal. And Lity is giving actual concerns about this. It will be talked about, your words are going to be twisted, it's a waste of time, and the only reason reality ever does any of this is because of her love for me, which I said before, the reason the monster does anything is out of love for me. It's very self-indulgent as me for me as a writer, but like if you see it from my perspective, it makes sense of like really anyone's creativity loves them, because like the creativity wouldn't exist without you. Your view of reality doesn't exist without you. Your originality doesn't exist without you. Everyone has a monster of creativity in my eyes. Everyone has this thing, and like it has varying degrees of how much you should or should not listen to it, or in my case, her. All the things in your head about reality or in your head about being creative are there out of love for yourself, I believe. And that doesn't mean you necessarily need to blindly follow them, but it does mean that like somewhere deep down inside you do care about yourself, and I think that's all right. And now it's the angel's turn to run away in anger and fear, because at this point Allie's like fully calling her out on her actions, and Allie's like, you trapped my friend. That's right, Allie and the monster are friends now. Allie actually sees them as friends. The monster has never once in her mind thought that Allie and she were not friends. Allie is just now at the point where she's like, I can call us friends. Allie's like, I'm not just gonna blindly follow her anymore. I don't think I ethically can. Stupid Angel is my favorite name for her, because it's Allie's name for her. She does not respect this angel. I love characters with wings. That's the other reason she's an angel, just offhand comment. And Allie does blame herself. She has not left sitting outside of this closet since the monster was put back inside.
Maybe if I stayed behind to fight, but maybe doesn't let me go back and save her. Maybe doesn't make it all right.
Great, just great. She's gone.
And
She's gone.
this is my own voice.
I don't know what to do.
This took so long,
You're still able
like
to see
painfully
this.
long
She
to
hasn't
make.
cut Of course she hasn't. Who am I kidding? She already knows that she's won, so why would she even bother trying to stop me anymore? Right? You probably don't know who I am.
Oh, the
My
audio
name's
doesn't
Allie.
line up.
I'm
realizing that with a lot of these, I think something might have happened when I
best friend,
posted it to
monster.
YouTube.
She's trapped in there. She can't get out. That stupid angel
There's
Lynn
my
trapped her
nickname.
again. And of course, Lynn went along with it because Lynn does whatever.
See, she does not once bring her
Thanks for
right hand
stopping,
out.
Listen.
Something happened to it, and we'll get into that later.
Doesn't mean anything to you.
But we're not going to see her right hand for a
I have
while.
an idea. Just go along with it.
At least outside of
Will you please go
back
and
flashes.
find out about the
Flashbacks. I
maybe
can
if you
say
know
words, I
her,
promise.
care about why she's trapped and why that's such a bad thing for me and for Lynn. Better yet, go learn about Lynn and find out more about Lity. Learn all of their stories and how they got to this point of their lives. Don't pay attention to me. Whatever you do, don't even tell those two that you saw me here.
Basically,
Keep me
y'all are
distracted
gonna be
long enough
cover
for
up
me
for
to
what
get her
Allie's
out.
doing.
That's all I'm asking.
That's your job. Anyway, I wanted to have a fun little announcement for Hiatus. The note was slid under the door. Don't worry, I haven't left. So, the monster is like doing like what the note told her, which, fun fact, the note was from Allie. But like, about reassuring, like, I haven't left. Anyway, I'll be back May 4th. So I do need a break. I have my last month of the semester. I have stuff I need to get done. And she will be there. No one to talk to her because she cannot hear that Allie's on the other side of the door. Yay. Anyway. Look, there it is. There's the commentary. That's what this is. I'll post the video at some point of the monsters palette swaps because I did it with her for Halloween and I posted it to Instagram, but I don't think I've ever posted it here. Anyway, this is the monsters palette. I kind of like it. I would love to dye part of my hair purple at some point in my life. That's my plan. So my character likes the purple hair. The monster doesn't, Allie likes it because she's like, it's fine, but she's like, it's not for me. Because Allie's all about originality, so like, she likes the way that she looks, and she likes the way that the monster looks, but she doesn't want to look like the monster. And then the angel hates it. Put her back, please, right now. This is the angel's palette. I have a running joke with my little brother, the one that like I would make my videos with when he was watching YouTube in my room, where anytime I would put on my wig to be Lity, we would say, no, it's the curse of blonde, and like I'd say my real name. So we have like a running joke of like long-haired blank and blonde-haired blank are just cursed. So being blonde and pink just feels wrong is very much a true statement from myself. It fits for, like, I think that's the important thing is I don't dislike any of their color palettes, it just looks wrong on certain characters. Hence the thanks, I hate it from Allie. She also hates Lity, so that's part of it. There's Allie's color palette, and it does look wrong on any other character but Allie. I feel like the wings look cool on Lity, but she wouldn't like it because it makes her look more like a dark angel than a light angel. This is my character's color palette, and she's right, I do prefer a little more color. I wish I'd put like a comment that's like, I do like it, because she does like it. And then Lity likes it because like, she likes reality. And Allie's like, it's okay, but like, once again, not really me. I do actually love, okay, so this is their normal color palettes. I just clicked the little invert button when I was doing it, and I hate this so much. They look so wrong. I swapped their eye color with their skin and hair color, so like, you can see this best through Allie. Her hair is the color that was her pupils, her skin is the color that was her, once again, I think they're called scleras, I do not remember. And then I swapped around their other things a bit. So like the hair color and the eye color being swapped on Lynn is very funny because it's just the same color. And then Lity's is the most noticeably different because we don't typically see her eyes. And then there's how they're supposed to look, and they look so much better like this. And this was just a funny one I made on a whim. I love this trend so much. I love the game and the anime. This will not go well. But yeah, that's about all for now. I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you want to watch more, you can go watch my Phase 1 commentary. Subscribe, please. That would be wonderful, actually. Please comment if you made it to the end. I sound so stupid saying that, but like, it'd be great to know that people watched it. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon. If you have any thoughts or questions, comment. I would love to answer them. Yeah, I will respond to literally anything anybody says because I'm not gonna get that many comments. So, bye.